Okay, hi class. I had a couple of you guys have some issues with coloring putting color into each of these logos. So I wanted to just do a how-to video quickly to show you how to change the color within your logo. Now this is a little tricky because this is basically a traced logo. That means this isn't the original logo that was done by the pen tool. This looks like it was traced. So it's a little trickier when you want to emulate color. There's a couple ways that you can do this. You can either select it. I'm going to go up to Object Ungroup for this Wild Bill one. You can select it using the direct selection tool and then go into your color guide or whatever your color um, swatches and choose a color that you are thinking about doing. Um, Now it's only going to change it whatever you kind of selected, so you need to go in here if obviously you didn't select everything and change all of that separately. I'm just kind of grabbing, this is all one color here with your direct selection tool, which is the white arrow. So you could do it this way. You could keep this a different color if you want to kind of play around with that. But that's how you do it. There's also another way you can do this. Let's say you want to change everything to brown except for you kind of want to maybe make something, maybe his skin tone a little different. So what you need to do is kind of make a layer behind the skin tone. It's a little bit more complicated. So what you're going to do is take your pen tool and just kind of draw behind or around his face here. I'm using the pen tool. And just kind of go over all these lines. So it can be a little tricky, so it's just an extra step. But if you're really good with the pen tool, you can definitely, kind of play around with this. And I'm just kind of fitting his face here with, and then you have to close it. And then this shape, now you can make it, say, like maybe a creamier color. Arrange, send it back. And like I said, that could be a little tricky. I'm gonna have to delete this layer. So you kind of have, the layer set behind that layer that you created. And you can go in and do every single detail like that along with, all these other elements. But that's kind of how you would do it. Chateau Vineyard, same thing. You might need to select it and go to Ungroup first. And then take your direct selection tool, and here is where you can actually select each of these to change the color. I'm just going to change it to like these different colors. Obviously don't do the rainbow, but you kind of get the idea with the direct selection tool here. Whoops, and then I just accidentally selected the line there. So, but you can go in with the direct selection tool and choose the trees, and you can color those as well. And all the other details in there. Same with the letters. Say you wanted to do maybe like a blue. I mean, obviously that's too many colors, but you get the idea. All right, same thing with, let's move this over here. Oops. Cool Breeze. And make sure you're not really changing the logo in any way too. I saw some of you guys changing this up, maybe the font. So make sure you're not changing that in any way. Same thing with this. This is a little easier, but you kind of get the idea here. Hopefully. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I hope this helps.